In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down the differences and the comparisons between Joel Embiid and, of course, one of the best centers right now, Nikola Jokic. Let's get down, let's check out the differences, let's see who is actually better, because there is a big debate right now between who should get the MVP. So let's get down, let's check these two amazing centers out. First off, Joel Embiid is a very big and powerful center who can get through pretty much any defensive center in the league. What he's able to do here is a quick jab towards that right side, which drops that defender's foot so that he can attack the baseline. When he attacks the baseline, he's getting his shoulders below the defender's shoulders, and he is trying to create an angle by getting his shoulder in front of his defender's shoulder. By doing that, he can get that angle, and then he's able to go up into the arms of that defender to be able to go for that dunk. When I say to my players, you have to try and get the angle to the basket, this is essentially what I'm talking about. Getting your shoulder in front of the defender's shoulder so that there is nothing that they can do to be able to stop you to get to the rim. Joel Embiid is also a pretty good passer here. He's able to see that his teammate's cutting back door, and he's able to get him that ball. Being able to pass really well is not just a skill, but also the ability to have teammates who can read defenses. So here, he had that help side defense come over to double team Joel Embiid, and because of that, his teammate Korkmaz was able to cut back door. Obviously, a defender was out of position to be able to cover, and because of that, they were able to get that easy layup. Here, Joel Embiid gets the ball in transition and is able to spin towards the baseline, go up for the reverse, but how was he able to do this? Well, he was able to catch his defender off guard by spinning on that inside foot. So many players will try to bring that foot to this side of the defender's foot to seal him. But if you can twist or turn, spin, whatever, fast enough and use your off arm to be able to essentially keep that defender behind you. If you go for the reverse, that defender's not able to go over your back, can't touch the rim, can't touch the backboard, and that's why we have Joel Embiid finishing with a reverse, because it's not able to get blocked. And obviously Joel Embiid is able to shoot threes as well. Now sometimes he does take too many threes, however, he's still a very good shooter. And because he does take a lot of threes, sometimes if he's able to do a shot fake and gets his defender into the air, or at least straightens up instead of jumping, he can get his ability to get to the rim because he's able to get his shoulders most of the time lower and have that 45-degree angle towards the rim, which then allows him to attack the basket, keeps two hands on the ball. But watch what he does here. He keeps that ball up high. Why is that important? Well, by getting that ball up high, if a player hacks away at those arms, it's going to be called a foul. However, if he has the ball down here, well, guess what? It's a lot harder for referees to see that angle, and you won't get that foul call as much. So by keeping it up high, it's very important. Now, this is just really impressive for a big man. Here, he takes a quick jab cross back, and when he does that, he gets his defender on his heels, and then he takes a quick step back, keeping his hand on top of the ball. That is very important when you do a step back, so that you can create that extra space and go 1-2 into his shot. And here he's able to hit that shot, but this is all because when he does that quick jab cross, when he takes this hop, he still has his hand on top of the ball. He hasn't picked it up yet, which means that he can plant that foot and he's still able to take two steps. So when he gathers in the air, he can go 1-2, left, right, and because he's going back towards his left side, landing on his left foot first and then planting that right foot, he's actually getting his right side in line perfectly, which is why he's able to make that shot, even though it was a bank shot. Joel Embiid is also very good at finding open areas of the floor so that he can throw down some nasty dunks. Now, over with Nikola Jokic, he's really well known for his passing ability. Here, he's able to have a very good dunker set a screen for him so he can send up an alley-oop. See, the reason why this worked was because when he came off that screen, his defender was trying to go over top of that screen, which means that you need to cut in quick. And when that happens, you now put that hedging defender in a 2 2-on-1 situation. And when that happens, well, guess what? You could go up for a shot, but why when you've got somebody who's able to fly like Gordon and go in for a beautiful dunk? Now, Nikola Jokic is very good at taking the turnaround jump shot, but he does it much different than many others. When he takes that spin, he actually jumps off his right foot and has his left knee up. Why is that so important? Well, this actually screws with the timing of the defender. However, it's still able to go in because he's turning his body in the air and kicking that right leg up like if he normally would be anyways, which is why that shot tends to go in quite often. Nikola Jokic is also very good at attacking the basket. He's a little bit unconventional when it comes to his drives. However, he's able to use footwork and shot fakes to be able to get that defender up in the air. So usually what you would see is a player, if he's on the attack, at a lot lower of an angle than Nikola Jokic. However, Jokic is able to get down low still by having that 45 on his back, but not necessarily throughout the entire body. See, his legs are straight down when he's trying to run, but he's got that 45 on his back. And it's a little bit different. Usually you would have the player entire body attacking the basket like that. It might be because of his size, but either way, the rules still apply. He has his shoulders below the shoulders of his defender, and that allows him to have the power and angle to get to the basket. He's not able to be fast enough here to be able to get his shoulder in front of that defender, but he's able to make body contact on the upper body, and he's not extending his arm either, so that's not a foul. And he's able to then go for the jump stop, go for that shot fake. Remember, shot fakes are very important, and he's able to go up for that baby hook. Oh, and by the way, he's able to shoot threes as well at a very high percentage. And he's able to hit these threes over centers because of his high release. Now, if you've got a release that has, or at least a set point, I should say, with the ball above your forehead, that is not necessarily always ideal, but if you do, you need to have as close to 90-degree angle on your elbow as possible, and that will help you definitely be able to shoot that shot as well as hit that shot. However, the reason why he's able to hit a lot of these shots is because he has such a high release, a high set point with a very high release, makes it extremely hard for defenders to block that shot. If you are a teammate of a player who is very good in the low post, who can pass, very similar to Nikola Jokic, what I really want you to do is, if you're on the opposite side of the ball, what you need to do is to really watch defenders to see where they are looking. Because if you've got open lanes to attack, you really need to take that advantage, because if you do, you're going to get massive dunks or at least layups. If you're looking to become a better center, these are definitely some tips that can help you become that great, amazing MVP style center. Which one of these players is better? Well, if you're looking for power, definitely Embiid. If you're looking for overall skill and passing, Nikola Jokic. When it comes down to it, Nikola Jokic is having one of the greatest seasons of all time right now, so definitely I would side with Jokic. I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time.